The way you love was decided before you turned 3. Long before your first crush, your brain learned one lesson about closeness. Is it safe or isn't it? And you've been running that program in every relationship since. There are 4 versions. One of them is yours. An attachment style is the blueprint your brain built from how your earliest caregivers responded to you. When you cried, did someone come? Reliably, sometimes, or not at all? That single answer wired a default setting for how safe it feels to depend on another person. And you carry it straight out of the crib and into every text, every fight, every relationship you'll ever have. Secure. Secure attachment is what forms when closeness felt safe and consistent. Someone showed up again and again, so your brain learned that needing people is normal and being needed isn't a threat. As an adult, you can get close without losing yourself and step back without panicking. Conflict doesn't feel like the end of the world. It feels like a problem 2 people solve. You trust fairly easily, say what you actually mean, and don't read silence as abandonment. It sounds almost boring, and that's exactly the point. Roughly half of people are secure, and they make love look quiet because, for them, it mostly is. When they're upset, they tell you instead of making you guess. Anxious. Anxious attachment forms when care was there sometimes, but you could never predict when. So you learn to watch closely, work hard for affection, and never quite relax. As an adult, you crave closeness and fear, losing it in equal measure. A slow text reply can hijack your entire afternoon. You overgive, overanalyze, and chase reassurance you struggle to actually believe even once you get it. You replay conversations hunting for the thing you did wrong. Underneath all of it sits one quiet conviction, that if you stop trying for even a second, they'll leave. So you never fully stop. Avoidant. Avoidant attachment forms when reaching out didn't get met, so you learn to simply stop reaching. You became your own caregiver early, and independence hardened into armor. As an adult, you prize freedom over closeness and read too much intimacy as a threat. You pull away exactly when things get serious, go silent under stress, and call it being low maintenance or just not the clingy type. But the need for connection never actually disappeared. You just buried it so deep that closeness now feels less like comfort and more like quietly losing control of your own life. Disorganized. Disorganized attachment forms when the person you needed most was also the person who scared or hurt you. So closeness and fear got wired together at the root. As an adult, you want love desperately and distrust it the instant you have it. You pull people in, then push them away, craving connection and bracing for pain in the same breath. Hot one day, distant the next, and exhausting to be on either side of. It's the rarest of the 4, because the very thing you long for is the thing your nervous system was taught to fear. Calm can feel suspicious, and the people who treat you well can somehow feel the hardest to trust. So can you actually change your style? Yes, but not by force. Attachment styles aren't a personality sentence. They're patterns, and patterns can be rewritten. The biggest shift usually comes from a steady relationship that quietly proves your old blueprint wrong again and again, or from doing the slow work of becoming that safe, reliable presence for yourself. And most people aren't purely one type anyway. You lean one way, drift another under stress, and inch towards secure as you heal. Here's the part worth holding on to. None of these are your fault. Each one was a small child making the smartest possible guess about how to stay safe and loved with the information they had. The pattern genuinely protected you once, back when you really needed it to. The only question now is whether it's still the one you want to keep. If this hit a little too close, tell me which style is yours in the comments.